Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kim. If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been following me along for a little while, I'm so happy to have you back. Tonight's video is all about 5 things that we won't be buying or purchasing in the year 2025, and for various reasons. There's some things that you just get tired of purchasing. They're not serving you well anymore. There's other things that just keep going up in price, and you realize you can find substitutes, or you may be able to do without them altogether. So I am going to go through the 5 things, show you the 5 things if I still have them in inventory, or even show you in the store, show you current prices, what we currently use the item for. In the case of subscriptions and that, we've had all of the different streaming subscriptions over the years, and that how much we paid for them when we began, possibly how much we paid for them when we ended the subscriptions, and why we did. So I hope you're all well, staying warm, staying safe, and if you're in an area where it is warm, staying cool. Until next time, take care, be well, and I'll see you again. Okay, and here's what hamburger and french fry night looks like. So a couple hamburgers. He has smaller ones. These are little slider buns. So just a little bit over 1/4 of a pound then, because we made 2 small little hamburgers on slider buns and wedge fries. And that's his meal, and mine is going to be fried eggs with avocado, like just a smashed avocado on the side. And if I remember to do that tonight when I eat, I will take a picture of it. Okay, we got our first March grocery haul today. So we got some Sunny Crunch lettuce for $4.48, some baby spinach. Let's see, 16 ounces, so I think 1 pound of baby spinach, and that was $3.68. A loaf of bread, $1.98. Bananas were 50 cents a pound. I think we've got 2 pounds there. Grapes were $2.49 a pound, red grapes. The zucchini were 98 cents a pound, and we got almost 2 pounds of those. The carrots were $1.08. And then we got some tea. We hadn't had tea for a while, or hadn't purchased tea for a while. My husband actually has tea every day. So I got some chamomile tea and this Immune Zoom. I've never had that before, but my husband does sometimes come home with the sniffles, so it has elderberry and echinacea in it. So that sounded like something good to try the next time he comes home. Not up to par. Some Twinings English breakfast tea. My husband loves that. He also drinks Earl Grey. And then I bought some green tea with ginger plus probiotics. I like Bigelow teas. And then some Lara bars for my husband for his lunch. And then some saltine crackers. We hadn't bought a box of those in probably 5 years. But I thought, what the heck? Those are sometimes just to have a couple of crackers to snack on, so don't have them with soup or anything. When I was growing up, we used to just take out a sleeve and put a little butter on them, and that was what we called a snack in our household growing up in the 70s. So sometimes I like to go down memory road and have the same kind of snack. We also did it with graham crackers, but I'm unable to eat graham crackers, so yeah, a little treat. The Lara bars were $18, so they're basically $1 a bar, which is very expensive. He used to eat Cliff Bars, but we find these are healthier, so they last a while, approximately a month. So, and the tea is just assorted prices, and we get great value in that. We usually don't pay more than $4 for 40 tea bags, so it's always a good buy. So that was our. We bought a half a gallon of orange juice for $4.64. Half a gallon of milk. That had gone up to $5.27 for my husband to have with his cereal. A container of half and half for coffee this weekend. That was $3.48. And that was it for our little first haul of March at Walmart. One of the things that we're having to give up this year, just due to costs, kind of just our budget cannot afford it, and that is going to a local farmer that we've been going to for quite a few years now, I think since about 2018, 2017, and picking up vegetables and doing it even during times where the produce in grocery stores was so much cheaper, and even the organic produce in grocery stores was so much cheaper. But I wanted to support. We've been members of CSAs, or just getting like a winter or spring or summer, where we go and pick up a share of vegetables that are ready in the spring, or a share of vegetables ready in the summer, where you basically give money up front to the farmer, and then the farmer goes ahead and plants the crops, and then when the crops are in, you go and you pick up your share. We've been doing all that since 2004. Even a lot of times, I would say, not really to the detriment of our health, but definitely to the detriment of our uh, checkbook or bank account. We chased all over to Wisconsin looking for, organic vegetables and stuff like that. And like I said, it was all, to be eating organic food, and to make us healthy, keep us healthy, be in a certain lifestyle where we were, heavy on the produce. And I wanted to support local farmers. But unfortunately, we just cannot afford it anymore. I can get a pound of organic spinach at the grocery store for under $5, and a pound of organic spinach at local farmers is anywhere from $10 to $12 a pound. And I realize all the inputs, the cost that it takes for that local farmer to grow that spinach, and I realize why, they charge the prices that they do, not only for their, the inputs of just growing the crop, but also for paying people to come and harvest the crop for them. And they have people that work for them, and of course they probably have mortgages or property taxes or machinery costs, all of it. And I get all that, and I understand all that, and I understand why their prices have to be the way they are, and why obviously grocery stores don't have to be that way, or aren't that way, or haven't been that way. But at the end of the day, we can only afford so much, and unfortunately our bank account can only afford $5 or under for a pound of spinach, whether it's organic or otherwise, and it just will not anymore be able to afford to, unfortunately, and it saddens me, and it has caused me a lot of distress, support our local farmers. So maybe someday again, things will change, or things will even out a little bit, or balance out a little bit, or whatever, more in everyone's favor again, and that will include us being able to purchase it. But as far as the summer goes, nope, we will have to depend on the local grocery store, and see how expensive that gets. And if that gets too expensive, I do grow my own spinach. I do grow several of my own vegetables out on the deck, and I will have videos of that, so you can follow me along as I try to grow a very small amount, but nevertheless, some of our produce this summer. Another thing that we're having to give up just due to costs, we always had the basic, the lowest priced cost for like any streaming. So if we did get streaming for a special price or whatever, I generally just unsubscribed, after the special pricing. With something like Netflix, we've had Netflix since the very beginning. I don't think that our subscription has ever been over $9, and now for just under $9, we also have ads, which, no big deal. We had Amazon Prime, and then we were able to have Prime Videos, and that was I think I first signed on at $99, but now I think the last price they were trying to charge was $140. So yeah, that we're not going to be going with any longer. It's just too expensive. It's, we have plenty of DVDs here that we can watch, but more importantly than that, I love to read, and this is just a small sampling of books that I need to get through. And I mean, I don't have a lot of time for reading. I probably have anywhere from 2 to 4 hours a week that I could set aside for reading. And if those are set aside to justify having, Netflix, or justify having Amazon Prime, well, we've got to watch something on it, we're paying for it, this is not worth it. Like I said, I don't mind ads, and we've always had the cheapest package, but we just, I've set aside reading books, which is very important to me, for years now, because my husband likes streaming services, and I've just told him, it has to come to an end. It's just not sustainable to continue to have subscribing to streaming services that we're not utilizing to their fullest. even if it's at the cheapest price. And so before we can subscribe to anything more, and even at the cheapest price, I've got to get through a few books. So when we move, most of my books are going to be donated, so are dropped off at these little book libraries on people's front yards or in parks and stuff like that, or just simply put out for free. And I need to get through some of those books myself before I donate them. So yeah, that's another thing that we're giving up this year just due to costs. And the alternative is reading, and I've never found that to be to steer me wrong to read books. And so yeah, I have read about gardening and the doctor's mail. I joined a group on Facebook run by Sheila Walsh. Her new book is The Hope of Heaven. Want to get some vegetable recipes because I'm going farther and farther towards like a vegetarian diet. Alice Waters with The Art of Simple Food, more recipes. Jamie Oliver, and my first seed catalog came, so I need to go through that and start planting my garden. So I've got a lot of things to do besides pay money to stream TV.